All right, all right, all right. We are back. Oh, this background. Okay. Bring this up. Okay. We are back. We are live for our second show of the new year. Let me get into my trusty sidekick here. Okay. We will give folks a few minutes to hop on. And then from there, we will do our normal housekeeping. Hope everybody's good today. Today is not going to be boring. At least I hope it's not boring. All right. Give it another minute, then we'll get started. Okay. Oh, thank you.
Let me give you a thing.
Yeah, I got my tea. I'm ready to roll. Okay, guys. Let's get started, shall we? Okay. This live stream is intended solely for educational, informational, and documentary discussion. All commentary represents personal analysis and opinion based on publicly available information, personal experience, and reference policies or regulations. Nothing presented should be constituted as legal advice, medical advice, or an official statement by the USPS or any other agency, organization, or governing body. References to individuals, policies, or institutions are made for purposes of public understanding and discussion only. No claims of criminal or civil liability are asserted unless expressly supported by verified documentation. This content is protected speech under the First Amendment and is presented in good faith for transparency, education, and public awareness. All viewers are encouraged to independently verify information and draw their own conclusions. And with that said, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Postal Truth. Hey, Freda Scipio, how you doing? Okay, my name is Angel, and I'm your host. Currently, until further notice, otherwise noted, I am the manager of customer service of Miami West Carrier Annex in Miami, Florida. I co-manage the Milam Dairy Annex with another manager. I'm currently on medical leave due to systemic issues and other fun stuff that is no longer a secret and everybody knows about it by now. Today, we're going to discuss a couple things. Stuff I've been seeing online is, I've been sharing it, but I kind of want to dive a little deeper into it. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about that essential services letter that's been floating around. We talked about it a little bit on Thursday, but today we're going to kind of dive more into it and discuss what it is, as well as the doomsday plane that is also being talked about. And I'm going to give you some facts on that. Okay. So I'm going to read what I got here. As I'm reading it, I'll stop back and forth and kind of go from there. Okay. Tonight, I want to slow things down and separate what is documented fact from what is commentary or speculation, because that distinction matters. First, let's talk about the USPS Essential Services letter. This letter is not new. The Postal Service has long classified its employees as essential service providers during emergencies like natural disasters, pandemics, civil unrest, or major disruptions. USPS operations are required by federal law to continue. During the COVID-19 pandemic, USPS issued letters to employees explaining that they were part of critical federal infrastructure. Those letters instructed employees to carry their postal ID and the letter itself if stopped by law enforcement during curfews or travel restrictions. That wasn't secret. It was publicly acknowledged by the Postal Service in official communications starting in 2020. These letters are administrative tools. They are about continuity of operations, not predicting the future of events. From time to time, reminders or update versions of these letters resurface because federal agencies are required to maintain readiness, preparedness. Does not mean public panic, and planning does not mean prophecy. Now, before we move on, let's talk about these. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Hey, Jessica. I saw Maria on there too. Hey, Maria, how you doing? Okay. So basically, these letters are not new. They've been around for a while. From what I just read to you, since 2020. So it's about 6 years they've been around. They want to make sure, hey, Maria, I gotcha. All right. The letters have been around for a while. It's not something new. I will say that the timing looks a little weird because of everything going on with geopolitics around the world and stuff like that. So yeah, I could understand why people would assume this could be bad, or what does the Postal Service know that no one else knows? But as I've stated before, this is a show about the truth. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and feed into the conspiracy theories online right now. What I will say is it is a little suspect. It is. I will give them that. On their side, it does look weird that they chose now, considering everything that's going on, to even talk about this. It could just mean they're just getting around to updating things. Yeah, I know what you're saying. BS, Angel. Yeah, I know. Remember, we have to fact find here. So if it's not factual and we don't have concrete evidence, we can't really say the Postal Service is hiding anything or hiding information from the public, even though they may well be or may not be. You understand? But if you don't have documentation, it doesn't mean anything. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, don't listen too much to what you read online. I've been sharing it to kind of bring awareness to it. But honestly, a lot of the times I just share stuff just to share it. But stuff like that, I shared it just because, there was a letter circulating so everybody could read the letter. And there was also a Facebook talk that was sent to me that said the same thing. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna leave that one right there. The letters are not new. They've been around for a while. Yes, it's kind of weird. Yes, protect your family, protect your loved ones, watch out for yourself. Make sure you take care of your home and your family. Okay? And that's that. All right, guys. So with that, I'll leave that that letter thing alone. Hey, Josh. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to talk about here, which is another thing that's, we got to be careful. We need to address the topic of concern, and that's the, hey, Lino, that's the doomsday plane thing flying around now on social. And I'm going to read to you what it is, because you may or may not know. If your family was not military, you're not going to know what the doomsday plane is. If you were military, then you already know, but this is just kind of a general overview of what it is. And then we'll go into what we're going to talk about there. There is a real aircraft often referred to by that nickname, okay, the doomsday plane. Its official designation is the Boeing E-4B. It's operated by the United States Air Force. Its purpose is continuity of government, meaning that in extreme scenarios, national leadership maintains command and communication compatibility. Okay, this is military planning, not civilian operations. Importantly, the USPS has no aircraft fleet and no operational connections to these planes. The Postal Service has its own continuity of operations plan, and that's called the COOP, or COOP, which focuses on mail movement, employee safety, and infrastructure, not military command. Seeing or hearing about continuity planning does not mean something imminent is happening. These systems exist because governments plan for the worst case scenarios as a matter of routine responsibility. Here are some key distinctions I want everyone to understand, and this is documented facts. The USPS Essential Services Letter exists and have existed for years. We were just talking about this, and it kind of leads into that. Continuity of government aircraft exists and have existed for decades. Federal agencies plan for emergencies as standard practice. Commentary and speculation. These letters mean something big is coming. So again, we talked about commentary on Thursday versus fact versus documentation. Remember, we brought that up on Thursday. Well, it's the same thing. It bleeds right into the same topic of discussion we were talking about Thursday. Okay, that the letters basically mean something big is coming. That the Postal Service knows something the public doesn't. That military continuity assessments signal an imminent collapse. None of those claims are supported by evidence, at least for now. Okay? Planning is not fear, readiness is not a warning, and documentation should never be confused with a prediction. The goal here is education, not panic, and understanding policy. Okay? You understand the policy is the best defense against misinformation. As always, I encourage everyone to verify their sources, think critically, and separate what we know from what we assume. I love her tea. Oh, God. Okay, so the reason why I tied them together, because one of the stuff that I received from a follower / friend of mine out by DC, he sent me a video with, I don't have it on me, but the gentleman. I'm trying to remember the name right now because, yeah, I wrote it down, but I wrote it in my phone and I'm using my phone. In any case, if anyone wants that video, I can share it. No biggie. I think I did share it on my Facebook profile. I believe it's there. But anyway, the gentleman said that the Postal Service knows what's going on because of XYZ, because of the letter and this and that. Okay. Do they know something? Possibly. Possibly not. Is it readiness standardized? Yes and no. Will you ever get the truth out of the federal government realistically? Yes and no. You see what I'm saying? So basically, for everyone to start wigging out and start drawing conclusions, I'm not saying don't prepare. I'm not saying don't think critically. I'm not saying don't raise an eyebrow like The Rock and be like, that looks weird. You know, I'm not saying don't do none of those things, because then I'd be lying to myself if I wasn't doing none of that stuff either. What I'm basically telling you guys is that you need to make sure, you need to make sure before you say anything, because we're in this age now where people get butthurt for nothing. I mean, like I've seen stuff on YouTube and the news and people just going nuts for dumb stuff, man.